Welcome, Wargamers, to another episode. You know what? We're just doing a rules you got wrong, okay? Here with Mr. Mini Rulebook. He's fancy. He is great. When I took him from Dave's office, he says, Boomerang! And I said, Rufio! And then he's like, and I'm like, Mah, and I ran away with the rulebook. So, most of you won't get that. But, alright, Ork versus Eldar. Alright, let's get into these comments. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Ork trucks flying into ruins / buildings? I'll just skip that. Hey, okay. I've done some crazy shenanigans with my bikes. I mean my trucks. Bikes too. But I know that, okay, so trucks or vehicles are not allowed into buildings. But if it's a one-layer building, it says on the upper, lower, there's no rules for the lower floors of the buildings as long as you fit. And there's like walls, right? But if infantry can jump over walls, why can't vehicles drive over walls? Right? If infantry is allowed to move through it, then a vehicle is allowed to move through it. As far as I like read through the rulebook, I didn't comb through it, but I took a quick glance through it. And so that's my ruling on it. Is that if infantry can run through it, then vehicles can, except for obviously inside buildings. So bastions that are existing that have like a top floor, like lights going out, so much construction going on inside. I think it's just light actually.
I think that
it's dying. Overseer agrees with me. Thanks, George.
You're welcome.
Okay, I didn't even get through your whole. I just said George. It just stopped. I was meant to say Jordan. I don't know what that means.
It just happens.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Alright, so I'm going to continue driving over things, but not over buildings that can be occupied or multi-level buildings, because I've done that a lot as well. So I'll stop that at least. Okay, moving on. Napin. Dan, I love your bat reps. Well, shucks. But there's a rule. Is there a rule that allows Orcs vehicles to drive over buildings? We just covered this. Leave me alone. Rated Lex. On page 124 for night fighting, it says if the mission has night fighting special rule, roll a d6 before deployment, and on a roll of 4, the night fighting pencil rule is in effect on turn 1. Well, your phone is hilarious in correcting your words. But it says, so you find out about night fighting before you deploy. You're correct. I've never done that before. I'm silly. I'll do that from now on. I guess it would make a difference how you would deploy. Miso. Can you tell us about your Pathfinder character? Pathfinder. Oh, not the Tau, but my role-playing character. I'm the DM. I don't have a character. Pfft, easy. Come salami. Oh, Kami salami. Got it. Also, I thought the allies took up your force organization slots. So taking allies meant you only get a single HQ from your original army. You are wrong! But in a good way, because you can take more stuff. No, it's completely separate. If you just read the rulebook, it shows the basic force organization chart, and then the allies separate to it that you can take in addition. So it's in addition, not replacing. Grade Knight. Dan, your Tau paint scheme is awesome. I only wish it's my friend's Tau paint scheme. So compliment him. His name is also Dan. Did you mean Dan? Am I just full of myself? Man. Oh, back to Kami Salami. Hey Dan, I'm curious why you don't take big shooters or rocket launchers in your boy squads. Because I can take more boys. Dragon Sword. Although now because normally you're running. No, you're still running with Lego squads a lot, but you don't necessarily run before you charge. So big shooters maybe, but big shooters are destined to do nothing every game. That's why they're called big shooters. So yeah, more boys. Dragon Zord. Dan, what tank is that other battle wagon? Not the normal one. It looks like a Russian KV tank. It's because it is a Russian KV tank. I don't know what model it is. Bought a long time ago, and it looks great though. I love it. Zerg Ragnak. 8 troop choices. Well played, Dan. Yeah. I don't remember if it's Necrons or Dark Eldar. Name I don't understand, but it says you don't steal on a 4-ping on Orks. That's the Necron guy. Imhotep, I do believe it is. Mr. Tyrannid Killer. Battlesuits now only move 1d6 in the assault phase now. Read the Tau fact. I did, and that's only the guys with that crazy heavy armor like broadsides or something, or if you upgrade your HQ to have the 2+ save. I think that's the only reason you move 1d6. Otherwise, you move 2d6 as normal. Fulcrum. Hey Dan, why no Warlord Trait 11 in our bat reps? Well, I often forget. And when I don't forget, they're useless traits. My orcs always get the Furious Charge special rule. Double Fury, does it stack? Do I get +2 strength on the charge? Because then it would be useful. But no, obviously it doesn't. So I often do Warlords, but unless they're actually pertinent to the mission, I just don't mention them. Just because I get frustrated with the game. And I'm like, why am I even taking Warlord traits when they do absolutely nothing? But for the future, I'll make sure to roll for them. And whether they're relevant or not, well, we'll see if I remember to tell you guys about them. Magics. Lots of people from around me making the trip to MiniWarGaming. I need to make that trip up to fight Dave with my tower. Yes, you do. Lord Darkclaw. I don't think the witches can assault the truck since they spent their shooting phase shooting Pinky. Oh yeah! What the crap? Eldar trickery. Cheating right in front of my nose. Right under my nose. In front of my face. It's okay. It was a friendly game. We had great times. But, yeah. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. American cheaters. Rabbit PT. Did you forget to Overwatch with the boys inside the battle wagon? Probably. But I do know you can make them. I know I Overwatched at least one squad full. I think I might have done the other one. I get confused when I do the voiceover sometimes. Shh, don't tell anyone. DGL 40K. I don't know what that means. Dark green luck. That's what I'm calling you from now on. Eldrad cannot cast Fortune on witches and also not on Vect because they do not count as Eldar units. The rule clearly states that you can only cast Fortune on Eldar units. Look it up in the FAQ. I did! And this game was played obviously a couple weeks before the FAQ. Or the FAQ came out. And so that's that. And before it was argued our Dark Eldar, our Eldar units, and blah blah blah. And there's like 5 million pages of forums filled. But now you're correct. Eldrad cannot cast Fortune on allies. Only on the creepy men hiding around the door. Where were we? Demonic Potato. You did the Shadow Field saves wrong. They cannot be rolled all at once. They are rolled one at a time. The instant one is failed, 2 is not active, and the other one was in the pool. I know. We were just saving time because I was like, well, I could roll on camera individually, each individual one. I could speed it up like 20 times and be like, and you wouldn't even know what's happening. Or to save. I know that hurts myself more. It wasn't Cam at all. It was me. But sometimes I just prefer to do that. It speeds it up. But I get what you're saying. If one of those first ones would have been in 2, then the rest would have been a huge difference. Maybe like bouts of 5 or something to make it more fair for me. I don't know. I just hate taking all that time rolling individual dice. Slows the game down. Jinkin, should I get Eldar or Space Wolf Army? Please answer. What do you think, Jordan?
Eldar.
I agree with that. Eldar. They're cooler. They're Xenos.
I agree with anyone getting something not in power armor. Anytime you're not in power armor.
Negative on the power armor. Although Space Wolves are pretty cool.
They are. Like, as far as power armor goes, they're the best.
I don't know, kind of like Dark Angels.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah,
they're not
Eldar.
Vikings.
Get Eldar.
Exactly.
Even if they're sissy space elves. Okay, Finn player 123. When Eldar challenge and you refuse, an Eldar could have forcefully nominated one of your characters in the unit to accept the challenge. Was that a question or a statement? But no, you cannot. You do the challenge, or like, challenge you, and then I can either accept or deny. Like, so he challenges the unit. Then the unit, they obviously have to have characters. But if they have characters are, if they have one or more, they can deny the challenge. And if they do, then the guy that offered the challenge to begin with then he gets to choose a character, independent or normal, to not fight that turn. And so I think it was the big mech was turned around or wasn't able to fight because he refused the challenge because he wanted the other power claw to be able. Although he could have still attacked. I kept on forgetting that it didn't prevent everyone else fighting, and I could have just fought, but then he would have probably sniped my guy. It's difficult to say whether I did it right or not. I mean, tactics wise, but yeah, you can always refuse a challenge. Manker. I thought if your vehicle exploded on the enemy shooting phase, you couldn't assault with the units inside of it in your turn. Correct. And covering the errata, blah blah blah. Unless it's an assault vehicle, and all open top vehicles are assault vehicles, and so no matter what transport you blow up, I'm still assaulting you because I am Orks and I have all this open top vehicles. Because I'm not going to be silly and upgrade them to Ard Case. Unless it's not a transport vehicle. Then of course you upgrade it to Ard Case. Raw Grenade. Am I the only one who had about 5 minutes of black screen? Shh. Don't worry about that. That never happened. Ooh. Finn player. What was that? 16 or 17 wounds all saved? Crazy Eldar trickery. I agree. Beul. That's definitely not pronounced right. Okay. When the squad of witches died, do Karandras and Eldrad not revert to being independent characters as the squad they joined is no more? Therefore, no lookout sirs also would mean 2 fortunes, not 1. Well, normally yes, but because they're independent characters can join other independent characters. Who knew? I just read it in the rulebook right now. It's under independent characters. I forget what page it is. I wrote it down. 39. So yes, so that's all the rules for today. Thanks for watching and commenting, and not a lot of page numbers on your rules references, but I appreciate those who do, and thanks for just participating. So happy wargaming, and always remember to brush your teeth with a rock!